Hello, this is my personality cafe. I'm not gonna do that. Personality cafe video. Why do I have these on? I'm not using them. Personality cafe video challenge. I've done this 4 times because this video keeps growing up. I've either kept clicking my mouse and you can hear it in the background constantly. My microphone sucks, my camera sucks, and I'm sick. All these things are very bad. Okay, I'm not gonna touch that again. My name is Josh. I'm an INTP. 5W4 on the Enneagram. I know nothing about the Enneagram, but I tested as 5W4, so I'm just gonna say that because that's the. And I read it, and it seems to be pretty accurate. Somewhat accurate. Pretty accurate. More accurate than anything else, I think. Alright, sorry. What makes you angry? It's hard to answer. It's really hard to answer because I think the most common denominator of anger is something to do with a severe or even a mild injustice or just unfairness. Whether it be sexism, racism, or homophobia, any kind of prejudice is really, really pisses me off. But don't, I'm talking real sexism, not, Lara Croft from Tomb Raider's boobs are too big. The sexism is not real sexism. Or racism because someone made a slightly sexist joke. I mean, have a sense of humor about things, but I'm not a radical feminist or an SJW or a red pill or anything. That's red pill's like an MRA. But they still piss me off a little bit. What do you dislike about people? I'd say I dislike a lack of passion, a lack of excitement or intellectual curiosity. But I dislike, I like the opposite of that. I love when someone's passionate or curious about something, or this passion about something. It could be something that to me is stupid, like studying different species of insect. I could not care less. But if someone's passionate about that, for some reason, I get a vicarious sense of passion or excitement for that thing. I just like seeing people get excited about things. Do you like animals? Well, we're all animals. We have a central nervous system, but I won't nitpick. I'm guessing you mean so I'm looking outside. It's raining. I'm guessing you mean a pet, like a dog or a cat or an octopus or something. I like dogs a lot. I love dogs. Every dog I've met. Nearly every dog I've met. Uh, they're just amazing creatures. Like they're intelligent, but they're not intelligent enough to have developed some morbid curiosity or malicious intent. They're innocent because they act purely out of their own instinct. Um, like, and they get excited when you come home. They're perfect. Cats, however, I don't know what it is, but every cat hates me. I swear. Other people, the cat will, tail will wrap around their legs and start purring. I've been bitten in the neck by a cat. I've had cats scratch my eyelid and my arm many times. Too many times. I don't know what it is, but cats just hate me. I don't hate them. Story of my life. I'm joking. What do you like the most about the favorite people in your life? I like, again, the whole passion thing, but I think, for a more unique answer from the last one, I'd say quirkiness. I like when people have their own little quirks and habits that make them an individual. Um, I like when people have their own way of analyzing things that I can analyze and see how they come to their conclusions and see their thought process. Um, and this is why I'm very curious about introverted feelers, which is why they're usually my favorite type, or types. What do you like, dislike most about yourself? This is a hard one. What I dislike most about myself is pretty easy to answer. Sorry if I rush and slow words, it's just when I'm kind of nervous I do it. I I like my ability to analyze things, but I dislike it too. It's a polarizing thing. In some situations, having TI as a dominant function, in other words, looking for logical, like internal logicality, I think it's the easiest way to describe it. That is a good thing. A good thing. Yeah, in a fair few situations, in a debate or a discussion or an analysis of some kind, that's a good it's a good way of thinking. But if you're talking to someone about something that's emotional, it can be difficult. Or talking to someone that's just by nature very illogical. Forcing myself to not be that way is difficult, and I hate it. Do you care about being fashionable? Why not? I used to not care at all, and I was very proud of not caring at all. But unfortunately, over time, I've cared more and more. And when I was a kid, I used to run around in like a Hot Wheels shirt and tracksuit pants. Like take me to a funeral and I'd be wearing a Winnie the Pooh jumpsuit or some shit. Um, but now I would usually wear pretty presentable things like button-up shirts, not as in like suit shirts, but by that I mean like the shirts that a businessman or accountant would wear. But I wear button-up t-shirts with collars, you know, that kind of thing. I'm not wearing it now because I'm like home alone. I'm sick. I just don't even want to. And jeans and sneakers. I sound like a hipster, but I swear I'm not. I swear. Do you? Why? I don't know why. I just want to be presentable, I guess. I don't look like a slob most of the time. Not now. I'm fine with looking a slob now. Do you prefer to fit in or stand out? That question I cannot answer by just out of conviction. I I can have a wish-washy answer. I like fitting in when it is appropriate and standing out when it is appropriate. When I feel I need to stand out for whatever reason, to stand up for my beliefs for someone else, I can stand out no problem. Because I have a pretty good knack for confrontation. I know how to deal with it well in a way that usually ends up in a peaceful, a very civil discussion. But at the same time, doing that is not always appropriate and sometimes very annoying. So I try to balance it. What activities do you enjoy? Drinking tea. Watching. For some reason, I love watching YouTube videos more than most people. And it's hard to emphasize how much I like it. I am subscribed to I think over 600 YouTube channels, and I've watched many videos from all of them. That's a massive waste of time, I realize. I mean, a lot of them are good, are really good content creators such as Paul's Ego, Red Letter Media. Can't think I'm drawing a blank here. The best example is Paul's Ego. Yeah, he is amazing. Very good storyteller. I love I love listening to stories about people's lives and their opinions. Just investigating people. If I could get paid to just sit somewhere and have people file into my office or whatever, and just me ask them questions and figure them out one by one. I hate groups of people and crowds. I would love that. Um, or teaching. I like teaching people things I know and trying to pass on some kind of interest. Um, what's the next thing? What makes you feel secure? I'd say I feel secure when I can express myself without any kind of repercussion. By that I mean serious negative repercussions. Like, if I'm in a group of friends where we can all be cool with telling, off color jokes and being a bit weird and being ourselves, being individuals, then I'm secure. But if I'm in a position where, so my entire childhood basically, when I was a kid in school, pretending to be someone else, I feel very insecure. Like I'm on some precipice trying to balance me and fake me. I hate that. Do you like being in a relationship? Why not? I like it for obvious reasons, but mainly because I think uh, relationships propagate a level of communication that is not found in day-to-day friendships or a day-to-day colleague, for example, um, or a friend at school. I can talk to someone or my partner in a way that I can't talk to anyone else. And by that I mean I can express myself in the most honest way. And that's how I pick partners, is if can I express myself to them and vice versa, completely honestly, and be cool with it and actually like it. And having that feeling is amazing. It's just seamless flow of communication. What do you love and why? Could be people, things, places, etc. I like I like most I was gonna say most people, but then I'm like, no, I don't. I like most people that I have asked a few questions with and like decided that they are my kind of person. Once I've done that, I love hanging out with people, mostly individually. Having hour-long conversations or longer about who they are and what they think and what I think, and sharing that and trying to come to some synthesis. That's not what I'm thinking of. Reconciliation of ideas. I love doing that. But to some people, I can't do. If someone's extremely conservative, I can't do that. Things. I don't know. I know what things are like. I like pretty things. I don't know what else. Places. I love places that have overcast weather. For some reason, I've always loved that. Like a big. I think it's called a pluviophile. I love rain. Always have. When I was a kid, I used to run in the rain and love it, and puddles and stuff. Now I mostly just like looking at the rain. So I love like Nordic countries where it's overcast, or the UK, the Scottish Highlands. It's that kind of mountainous terrain and just nature, but with music. I love going to a mountain and listening to music. It's perfect. But fitting music, obviously. Um, what do you spend the most time thinking about? Now, I wish my answer to this question could be epistemology or the philosophy of language or metaphysics or some kind of lofty concept that requires me to analyze for hours, but it's not, because I'm a person. I think about stupid things. I think for the most part, I think about my personal future with other people in mind. So I think about how is my future going to be with these people and what conversations, conflicts could arise. I just think about that for hours and like just imagining dialogue that could happen and how I would deal with situations. I'm very future focused. Um, how much have you changed over the years? A lot. Even though I'm still young, I think at the moment I'm at that point where I will be who I am for a good 10 years. Maybe it's really ignorant, but I've finally kind of stabilized. When I was from the ages of 12 to 17, which is, 18 now, but like 17, I was everywhere. I was, one moment I would be religious, next moment not, just oscillating between conservatism and progressive ideologies, getting very angry about things. I was a very angry person, as most 15-year-old boys are. I went through stages of depression. Now I'm just I'm not apathetic. I'm still passionate about things, but I'm not as immature about it. I know how to tackle issues step by step and how to look at things somewhat objectively. You can't look at things objectively, but as in through some kind of lens of rationality, at least try to achieve that. Before I wouldn't even try. I'd just do what was emotionally appeasing. As who were you as a child? Far out. I was a very different person. When I was a child, I was basically the complete opposite personality type. If I had to type my 5 to 10-year-old self, it would be an ESTJ or an ISTJ. From 10 to 14, ISTJ. And then INTJ, and then INTP. I went through a massive stage of ISTJ thought, schedules, times, rules, and a prime directive, and making things work together like cogs. And now I really hate that. I like innovation and freedom of thought and looking outside the box. So I think that's also a big change. Sorry about the heavy breathing and everything. I am sick. And the microphone really sucks. I'm sorry about that too. We could even add in some silly ones such as, okay, I'm answering one of these. Did you ever remember the 5th of November? Okay, what is your favorite personality? That's a tie between two personality types. And those types are ISFJ and INFJ. For some reason, I've always had some kind of like a magnetic affinity with ISFJs. I've known many ISFJs, and I've liked or loved all of them. I don't know why. It's something very charming about the personality type. Very different from me, obviously. Most INTPs or NTs in general do not like SF or SFJs. But I just love them. I don't know why. Or ISFPs. I've not met many of them, but they are very interesting. I guess that's a key thing. The difference between me and them is very intriguing to me, and finding out what they're like. What color do you like? As in, what's my favorite? It's probably color blue. If I could include shades, some kind of slightly grey black, which is really cliche, I know, but I just like dark colors. Some of these questions. Okay, so you can add one. I'm gonna add one question, which is, what is your favorite monologue? It's a weird one, but the reason why I add that is because just recently I found a really good monologue, which is on Godspeed You Black Emperor, which is a band, post-rock band, on their album. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the symbols in the album's title is capital F hashtag A hashtag infinity. Maybe that's F sharp A sharp infinity. I don't know. But in the first song of the album, Dead Flag Blues, the monologue for the first, I think, 4 minutes is just amazing. This is my favorite. it actually gets me kind of emotional. It's just so rare for me from a monologue. Like usually it gets me interested, but not emotional. Anyway, probably no one is listening right now, but thank you for listening. If you are to this 20-minute long video, God, have a good day and a good life. Goodbye.